Hello, my little frangipanis. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just kidding, I'm not gonna call you frangipani trees, or flowers, whatever they're called. I have one in my backyard, that's why I'm saying it, and the flowers are blossoming now, so it's really beautiful and it smells nice. But, I do like the name as a trigger word though, frangipani. Anyway, you're still poopsies. But anyway, hello poopsies. Thank you for joining me today on this silly introduction. Today I really felt compelled to use my new tarot cards, although I'm not quite done studying them through all the way. I'm familiar enough with the tarot by now to know what each meaning is. Obviously, but I'll continue to study them. Obviously, I'm talking about the pamphlet, the manual for the Galactic Star Tarot, this new tarot deck I just bought in Maryland. So I'll refer to it from time to time if it needs be. But today I want to do Uranus in Gemini. It's going to be Uranus in Gemini on 4:50 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time Zone, New York time. On Saturday, April 25th. Okay. So, that's very close. That's a couple days away. By the time you see this, that's probably yesterday or now, depending when you see this. But, so this hasn't happened in 70... I'm sorry. I think it was somewhere between 77 and 84 years, if I do the math correctly. Okay. Yeah, I think it was 77 years it has been, yes. But, the last time it entered, it was 84 years ago, so, because it's a 7-year cycle, so, we just are now leaving Taurus, Uranus and Taurus, and that was heavy, now all the major gas planets have entered new zodiac signs officially, and Uranus is like the last one to enter, so this is like a new cycle for us, and a huge changing period of time. We just had the 7 planets in Aries, we just had Saturn-Neptune conjunction, we had a lot of stuff go on, and so this is officially it. This is the marking point of our new territory here, uncharted waters. Uranus and Gemini is going to advance us technologically even further than, Pluto and Aquarius will, or Age of Aquarius, or all these other zodiac signs ending up in, I'm noticing a lot of them ended up in air or fire signs, which is very interesting. It's it's going to be a lot lighter, it's going to be a lot freer, fun, but also it's kind of dangerous in a way, because you don't know what to expect next, it's unpredictable. So, I'm not going to share too much. I want to go into each zodiac sign, just 3 cards per sign, maybe 5 minutes each sign. You can go ahead and book your own personal reading with me on TonyBomboni.com, okay? Links below or in the top pin comment. And sign up for your own 15-minute, 30-minute, or hour-long tarot card reading with me. I highly recommend it for more personal, accurate reading. So yeah, thank you so much, and I shall... Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and light up my incense stick. Right. Thank you, Spirit God Universe, cleansing the energies of any past readings. It's going to take a minute to start up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start by cleansing the energies of these cards. This is the first time I'm doing a reading with these cards, so I'm going to make sure they're nice and cleansed. And I probably have to shuffle them a lot more than I usually do. To start with, protecting my mind, thoughts, feelings, emotions, clearing any negativity from the space around me. Okay. 1, So I don't know. You might not believe me, but I have like a huge piece of amethyst right next to me, and a huge piece of selenite next to me, and a huge piece of like a white Himalayan salt lamp. So I'm feeling good energy in here. I'm like always wondering, like, why do I feel such good energy in here? I kid you not, my selenite is like, it's not mine, it's my partner's, all three of these things, but our selenite is like this big and this thick. The amethyst is like this tall and this thick. And same with the salt lamp. So it's literally here right next to me. I would show you this beauty, but it's so big and heavy, I cannot lift it without hurting my back or getting a hernia. So it's just impossible. But just know that they're here and they're creating a supportive, loving, caring energy for you. Okay. So, aren't these cards so beautiful? This is the back of them. They're so pretty. You're gonna see. This is the perfect tarot card deck for star seeds. So, if you know, you know. Alright. Are you a star seed? Do you feel like a star seed? Did you ever always feel like an alien, an outcast? I know I did. I was very much bullied growing up. Oh my gosh, extremely bullied. I felt like the worst of the aliens. Okay, so shuffling these cards. I'm gonna go ahead and set the intention for Uranus in Gemini. Uranus in Gemini starting April 25, 2026. What is going on with Aries? Let's start with Aries for Uranus and Gemini. What does this next 7-year phase cycle look like for you? 2026 through 2033. This will last through 2033. Yes, believe it or not. What does this phase look like for you? Okay. I'm having limited room right now. I'm literally putting one card on my left leg, one card on my chair, on the chair here in front of me, and one card on my right leg. Like, that's how I'm doing it. I'm improvising. Okay, so let's get ready for this reading. So we have the Two of Swords. So just so you know, these cards are super like futuristic, spacey. I think it's perfect with the theme of where our society is going to. I really do. That's my first impression. Is like I see like the screen in the background. You know how the computer, like everything's going to be like AI and robotics and VR, and it's going to go past VR. It's going to be like quantum and 6G, all that stuff. So it's going to be unimaginable. That's what I hear for all of us, right? But for Aries, since you're the first zodiac sign, it's going to be like a lot to do with technology. Maybe your job is going to be very much high tech, very much like you're going to learn some new craft or skill or trade to fit in with the future. I even hear space travel, okay? As something with space travel, there's going to be a new job, like they're going to need astronauts. They're going to need a lot of people to go on board, check the computers, make sure everything's running smoothly. You know, that's going to be like a new job in the 2030s. And so I think to some degree people will still be employed to some degree. So I'm getting like a new opportunity here, but you're not seeing it right now because it's so advanced. It's so futuristic. Now I know why Spirit led me to these cards today. Ace of Swords. Aren't they so pretty? I love the colors. I'm thinking of that music video now. A never ending. I can't sing when I'm in soft spoken. It's so hard. Midnight sun. Like, I can't sing right now. It'd probably be copyright anyway, but anyway, so I think because my throat is dry because of the black tea I just had. So Ace, yeah, you're first, duh, like hello. You are literally going to be first, like first at this job, you know, first at this opportunity. You're going to jump at a lot of things in the next 7 years to come. So it's going to be a great time for you. But again, pay attention. I pay attention to when I get double messages, like double swords. Air, right? It's going to be ruled by an air sign this time, Uranus, right? Which is already an airy planet to begin with. It's high winds. You know, it's watery too. It's, you know, it's wind and water. It's like, it's going to be fast approaching, okay? You're going to be keeping up quick and one of the first. I almost feel like you're going to help invent something or be one of the first to do something or join something or start something, right? Like you're just going to be initiative, like creating an initiative, I hear, but also initiating something, even innovating something, being the first to innovate and initiate something. Initiate an innovation, you know, could be that as well, right? So, say that 20 times fast. I dare you. So Aries is going to be like, they're already like that, but they're going to be like much faster at their game now. King of Cups. So you're going to be more sensitive. I think this really allows you to wind down and tune into your feelings now, which Aries, you know, they usually like to go, do, get, not feel, sit, reflect. Okay? So, you're going to have to kind of, I think because things are going to be so automated and so automatic for you that you are going to have the time to sit down and reflect, right? Come 2033, you know, your job will automate itself and all you have to do is just kind of, that's your prime time to like, okay, let me do the spiritual work. Let me work on me. And this is going to bring a lot of spirituality for a lot of people. I'm already picking up on that energy, okay? Taurus didn't really give us enough time to do that. I feel like people were going through so much problems with Uranus and Taurus the last 7 years. I mean, we had a global pandemic, you know, in 2020. Everyone... I'm not going to go into what happened in 2021, but you know what happened in 2021? You know, a lot of people had to leave their jobs because, yeah. So, and, yeah, so censoring and all that, you know. So, but look how horrible 2019 was. Everyone always says 2019 was so bad, even socially. You know why it had to happen? It uprooted everything. So, this time in Gemini, it's going to be like, now that I uprooted everything from you, I'm going to show you the way forward, even if it's uncomfortable as hell. And Aries has to sit with that discomfort for a while. So it's not going to be easy for Aries. It's going to be fast. Okay? So a lot of advancement, a lot of progression, even technologically, at your job. You know, socially, you'll always advance. I think Aries always is the social butterfly of the group. You know, but honestly, this shows me space travel. Look, like the planets behind him. This shows me space travel. You might think I'm out of my knuckin' futs. A lot of you will be able to travel space. You'll hear, oh, let me apply for this job to go to Mars. Okay, let me be the first to do it. That's Aries. Like, I'm going to be the first. I'm going to do this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, but someone will be the first to do it. Like someone will be the first to sign up or go. Like, and it's an Aries. I don't know who the Aries is. I don't know if Elon is the Aries. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to bring my opinion to the table. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's see. Let's do Sagittarius next. I'm doing fire signs first. Saggies. Going on, my fellow Saggies, for the next 7 years. Uranus and Gemini for Sagittarius. I'm curious to read into Taurus and Gemini, because Taurus, it just left Taurus, and also how it's gonna influence Gemini and Gemini, you know. Excuse me. I think Virgos will have a better time because they're like this with Gemini. They rule the same planet, so I think hopefully I should have an easier 7 years. This last 7 years was brutal, man. I want to cry. Not only the last 14 because of Saturn, Neptune, the last 7 on top. Like, the last 14 was bad enough, but the last 7 was just... Ooh. Yeah. We keep chugging, though. We keep pushing through. But it was bad. I want to cry. 5 of Swords. It was good and bad, you know? But it was so bad that it outweighed the good in a weird way. Anyway, it destroyed me. 5 of Swords. So, for Sagittarius. Okay. So, yeah, you are definitely going to be... I would say exploring new bounds, new territories, new worlds. I hear virtual. It might start as virtual. Maybe you get like, you know, one of those like AI-powered VR headsets put over your face, and then you get to travel the planets and explore before you actually physically go off Earth. You know, I hear a lot with the moon and Mars for some reason. The moon and Mars. Collectively, right? Not just Sagittarius. But I'm seeing like that like off like other world. By that I mostly mean other nations, countries. Like, you're definitely going to have to move around a lot on the planet, right? I hear Asia. I hear the Arctic even. You know, that could be a good place to practice, you know, being on the moon as well. So, I'm definitely getting a felt sense and vibe of that. Like, there's something with... Again, you might think I'm crazy. This is what's coming through, okay? Even though it sounds repetitive with what I just said about Aries. But this also portrays you leaving behind stuff, right? You leaving behind that old world, or that older... Maybe this is the new Earth I'm seeing. That's why it's so hard to channel past, like, 20... For me, it's like so hard to channel past 2035. So 2033 is pretty darn close to that. So it's making it a little cloudy for me. But I definitely see like a deep transition into what the new Earth. I'm already feeling it. Like, this is definitely the new Earth. Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm definitely feeling it. This year I really feel it strongly. I'm like, whoa, this is it, you know. But 4 of Swords, yeah. So, oh my gosh, see how they're like encapsulated in a pod, right? That could be something like, you know, testing your patience. Some things like, okay, you know, you have no choice. You have to be kind of confined. Maybe you have to temporarily downgrade and move to a smaller place. Like, let's say you go move to Thailand, right? You have to probably, you know, well, it depends. You have to probably downsize if you want to live for cheap. But if you want to be able to travel more, you know, to pay less rent, you know, I know personally people who do that and have done that. And, you know, sometimes they transition going back to the States, living large, and then they sell everything and leave, you know. How many times I've thought of doing that. My gosh, if I didn't have a relationship or a dog, you know, I definitely would be one of those people who wants to pay $2,000 a month in rent. Let's be real. But, you know, this might, for Sagittarius, because you are the free sign, you want to be free. Sorry, you want to be free. Let me move this. Sorry. I'm moving it because I don't want to bump it again. I dropped the card. You want to be free, so this kind of works with you, but then your space is too confined and limiting, so maybe it doesn't work with you at the same time in a weird way. 3 of Swords, so yeah, so you don't know what you want. I think this will drive you crazy. This time period is going to drive you absolutely nuts. And I have to keep it real with you as I see it. Take off my socks. It is way too warm in here. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff everywhere. Sorry, we're still like, it's taking like 2 more weeks and then we'll be done with this house finally. Like decorating, setting up. We just have so much stuff. Okay, but anyway, as you can see, we're still organizing. I'm grateful. Oh my God, thank God. Thank the good Lord. You know, better too much stuff than no stuff at all, right? But anyway, so I definitely see a restricting, limiting time. Not just because these are like all swords, right? Right? Okay. This is heartbreak. This is trapped. This is letting go of people you once thought you knew. Saggy, this is not going to serve you very well. It seems like Gemini's not your best friend right now. You're going to have to cut some people off for your peace. To protect your privacy as well and your peace. Okay, I see it that way. Now, are we going to end up traveling in pods? Or having artificial womb babies? I don't know. Could be why I'm also seeing this as well. There could be something devastating where it's like, you can't have children. We gonna need to make you a robo baby. Okay? So, or you just want to run from the problem. You want to flee, right? You don't want to face anything head on, head first. You just kind of are going to be more passive during this period of time, okay? All right. So let's move right along into Leo. My Leos. Leos are wonderful, aren't they? What's going on with Leo? Leo for Uranus and Gemini. The next 7 years, 2026 through 2033. What's going on with Leo during this cycle, during this period of time in their life? So just so you know, in this card deck specifically, the discs, see, 9 of discs, this discs is pentacles, okay? Discs is pentacles. So the 9 of discs. All right, there's a unidentified flying space object above her head. It more reminds me of a halo, though. Let me see your halo. Okay, I can't sing. It's so hard to sing soft-spoken. I don't know. I don't think you understand. Anyway, so I'm seeing sort of like an angelic presence over your life. All right? I'm seeing sort of like predetermined destiny, I'm hearing. Connect with your angels during this period of time because it's going to be bumpy, hectic, and chaotic. You're going to make a lot of money during this time. I feel like you have been praying for it. You have been setting it out there into the manifestations, into the ethers. And you shall receive. I think this is finally when you receive. But as we know, money's not everything, right? People who say money doesn't buy happiness have never had money. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Money does not buy happiness. It's always the ones who have never come across money who say that money buys happiness. Yeah. Those who say money buys happiness have never had money. I had to say it. I don't think it's been said before. Maybe it has. I don't know. Money does not buy happiness. Okay. So, yes, you have been manifesting this for a period of time, for eons. And yes, it will bring you happiness. Thank God, because Leo is naturally happy and exuberant, right? So money on top of that, like, oh, they're going to be on cloud 9. But boys and girls, you Leos, you spent all you've earned last time you've come across money. So don't do it again. Don't repeat the same mistake. Okay, don't lose it all over again. Okay? Because Leos tend to come across fortunes and then spend it all. Come across fortune again because I guess the angels love Leos, and then they spend it all again. So, you know, because they're not like an earth sign energy would keep more of what they make. Fire, air, they more spend, you know, even sometimes water. I would say just earth signs specifically, they tend to keep their money. Because the Pentacles, it's an earth sign thing. Money is an earthly thing. It's an earthly desire, and earth signs are connected to that earthly desire. So they're connected to money and attached to it more than other signs are. Well, other signs are more liberal with their spending and their money. Anyway, I digress. 10 of discs. But see how 10 of discs shows savings? It shows that you are actually going to save this time. You are actually going to invest. Not just save. Not even a high-yield savings account. You're going to invest most of your money. Okay? You're not going to save and stash like a squirrel. We are not squirrels. Okay? 6 of Cups. This is because of a lover. This is for your future. This is a part of your career as well, I hear. Because your career I feel like you're either self-employed or your career is on and off. And so it feels like money come, money go. That kind of energy with you. You know, it'll come just as quickly as it slips your fingertips, okay? So, because of this now, I feel like this partner wants to be with you through old age. Like, this partner wants to commit and be with you a long period of time. Whoever you're going to meet in the next 7 years to come, it's sooner than you think. Let's say in 4 or 5 years from now, you're going to want to stash like a squirrel for this person because you want to build that future together. You want to buy a house together. You know, I feel in the spirit a lot of people are going to be purchasing property, real estate, you know. Fingers crossed that's still a thing in 2030 onwards. They're trying to make it not be a thing. But fingers crossed, you know. But, but there's going to be other means or ways. Like, money is going to, it's going to look different, but it's going to be the same. Okay? Because Uranus and Taurus has already changed how money operates. Cryptocurrencies came alive more. Digital currencies starting to be talked about, right? Banks started to fail, right? So now that it's going to be in Gemini, it's going to accelerate this process. So our relationship with money is going to be looking different. Especially you, Leo, you're going to actually change how you view it, your relationship with it, how you spend it. You're going to spend it more mindfully. You're not any longer going to spend out of lust, temptation, greed, maybe arrogance, if that that's more maybe a male Leo thing. But anyway, so you're going to choose how you spend differently. You're going to spend by planting the seed. You're going to spend by sending gratitude every time you donate money to someone, you know. The intention behind your spending is going to shift. You're going to spend more maybe on yourself, your self-care, but not in a selfish way like Leo normally would. Okay, so you're going to treat friends more because you realize by spending on your friends, you build value. You know, the more you spend on your family and friends, the more they will help you if you ever need it. Not always, but you certainly increase the chance. So you see what I'm saying? So you're starting to think about your old age. You're starting to think about, oh, my time is limited here. And what am I going to pass on to my children even? If there's any, right? Or having children is going to be in the cards for you in the next 7 years. Absolutely. 7 years is such a long time. Do you know Uranus and Taurus has been since 2018? 2018, 2019? Do you know how long that is? Do you know how much has changed in that time? Do you know how many times I've moved in that time? Do you know how much has changed in my life in that time? Look in the back, like since the end of 2018. How much has changed in your life? Don't tell me nothing has changed. So you would be surprised. You're like, marriage, kids, and inheritance? Or saving for retirement? Like, oh my God, I don't think that's possible. Do you know how much has changed? Did I not say it's going to be even more accelerated change in the next 7 years versus the last 7 years? What makes you think nothing's going to change? Leo, a lot of changes coming for you. It's going to be a big difference from how you're living now. That's how I'll put it. But I feel like you have been waiting for this. Okay, anyway, moving on. So let's go on to the air signs. I'll start with Libra. Why not? Get Libra out the way. Libra. Oh, Libra. There's always an on and off thing with Libra. Yes, no, maybe. So what's going on? Is the same energy going to continue with Libra, Uranus, and Gemini? Okay, the moon. So finally having to sit with your own SHT, right? Finally processing the deepest recesses of your feels. The pits. I hear stomach. Even like any stomach, digestive, gut issues are going to be cured. I hear like a disease is going to be healed through your own healing rather than technological advancement, you know? I think science will always be science. It's always going to be experimental. We really don't know 100% anything based on science. But your own healing journey will heal you 100%, okay? At least 90-95%. So this is like the natural way. You take a more naturopath approach, Libra. You start maybe believing less in things like sciences and more in your own natural body's ability to heal itself and your own intuition, because moon is intuition. So more a lack of trust in a white lab coat with a syringe and more of a trust in yourself for once. And I think that's a beautiful transition Libra needs. Because that, no matter how many degrees someone has, they don't know you. They don't know how you feel and what you're going through. What you've experienced truly. And they don't know. They can't tap into, they can try, but they can't really tap into your inner workings like you can. They can never be fully in your shoes. So, so I think this is about learning to trust and let go. Having a willingness to just, sort of take it easy. Take things as they come. And not be so holding on to almost like selfishly, like your own opinion or the way you think things should be, or like, oh, my view of the world is just right for me. It's more of an open-minded. I hear like an like you get it. Like that's how things should be. And it's almost like you hear someone or their advice and you're like, okay. I never viewed it that way before, So it's sort of like that energy. The damn cows. Aliens and cows. If you read Dolores Canyon, you'll know why aliens take cows. But anyway, it goes deep. Oh my gosh. The energy suckers, the energy harvesters, they're finally gone. Those who have been draining you. I feel like a lot of them will pass away, if I'm honest. Those who have been sucking your energy clean, like a syringe, okay? Those who are just wasting your time, those who are negative. Libra doesn't like negative. Libra wants to be around positive energy, okay? Negative is too limiting to Libra's form, period. So help but laugh. You never know what you're going to get with these readings. They're crazy, silly, fun, and twisted. But, Libra, this is a beautiful time for you of transformation. You're tapping into your abilities more. You're trying to be more open-minded, perceptive to your surroundings. You're trying to enjoy the moment more as it comes. And taking things as they come, going with the flow, working with the ebbs and flows of life. But realizing also you have to let go of control. You can't quite control everything during this period of time. I know I want to say so much more, but these readings are so limited, like I said. my website for your own personal reading. Okay, so let's go ahead with Aquarians. What's going on with Uranus and Gemini for Aquarius? The zodiac sign of Aquarius. Let's see. Take a little pause, reflect, breathe. Okay, so let's continue. We have the Page of Wands. I'm in such a giggly mood all of a sudden. I feel like a fun or happy, like light energy with the air signs for some reason. I think it's like unexpected blessings will be bestowed upon Aquarius. I think Aquarius loves, you know, like any other air sign, to travel, to move around, you know. I think Aquarius is really going to be more grounded during this period of time, but they're going to be more daring as well. It's almost like they're going to be like, yeah, don't mess with me. Like that kind of energy. Like I've been through enough, you know, I've been through enough crap in my life. Don't f with me. That kind of energy. It almost feels like that. I don't know why I'm getting that all of a sudden. Like this kind aggression. Like, don't mess with me. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't f with me. Like they're like kindly being aggressive to you to warn you. Like they're showing their teeth without biting you. Oh boy, who pissed the Aquarians off? 10 of Wands. So, it's sort of like they're going to continue taking on the burden for other people. They're like the sacrificial lamb of the zodiac in this period of time. They're the ones who step it up and are bold enough to do it. They'll have the balls to do things when others don't. They're cowering away. I don't know what this is, but this could look like, you know, a team project. No one wants to get up and present. You're the one who does it, Aquarius. But sometimes that's at the fault of your own. Like, you end up doing the work for everybody because you're such a creative spirit, you know? It's crazy how far away I am from Rose. And kind of like around the corner, and you can still hear her very clearly. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry for those who don't like bird sounds. 3 of Wands. So, I'm definitely seeing, yeah, like I said, travel. You see how this map, see how I saw the pyramids and I see Australia? Like, you're going to be all over the place. Aquarius, I feel like, is the one who's going to be the most well-traveled and the most, like, sophisticated. You know, they have such a sophistication about them without being showy, without being show-offy, you know? Like, they have done this and that, been there, that, met this famous person, this rich person, but they're not braggadocious about it. They just humbly accept that this is their life now. And they're well-accomplished and determined to continue to be well-accomplished. So, Aquarius is that B word, like literally, okay? So they're the quiet ones. You don't hear too much about them. I think they're mysterious and low-key for a reason, because they know that, you know, when you really have power, you don't say it. When you really are a powerful being on this planet, you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to present it or show it to somebody. You just are, and you know it. So you keep it to yourself. And you're used to this power. You know how your magic works and operates by now. And so, why would you talk about it? Like, why would I talk about my dog every day if I have a dog? Like, you know I have a dog. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm so used to my dog. Why would I talk about it every day? That's an example, right? So, same with your power. Maybe not the best example. I love Paco. I would probably talk about him all the time if I didn't sound so annoying when I do. You know, but you hold your tongue, you know, because you know how that would come across if you said you knew this or you knew that person, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, so I feel like Oh my God, literally, look at it. It says JFK International Airport. Literally, this is you traveling, boys and girls, okay? Aquarius, you are going to be on the move a lot. I don't even think it's for your job. I don't even think you have to work. I think you just let creativity flow. You could be like a travel advisor, maybe. You could be like a entrepreneur, travel Instagram person, you know, sponsored content, whatever, right? Those people. Influencer type. Yeah, so remote. I hear remote, but I also hear remote viewing. So maybe that's what you do as a career as well. You view things from a distance, and what happens? I haven't done remote viewing in a long time. Maybe I should do a video on that. Aquarius, you're going to have a great, hell of a time. But it's not going to be like fun because you're going to be so used to it. You're just going to be like, yeah, this is my life now. You're not really going to feel like a thrill from it. It's just going to be like, yeah, this is my enjoyable life now. And you're calmly sitting in that and enjoying it in a more calm way. Not like, oh my God, I'm excited. You know, I don't think you guys ever get too like, oh my God, excited. Okay, but anyway, Gemini. What is going on with Gemini? Please, somebody put the timestamps below. I can't do this with these videos. It's so hard because I don't see the cards. I'll try to remember. Sometimes I forget. I apologize. I know it gets on people's nerve. Like, Tony, the timestamps. I know. I've done it so many times. I just forget sometimes, okay? I appreciate when someone does it in the comments for me because, yeah. Okay, so, Gemini. Uranus and Gemini for Gemini. Now we're finally to Gemini. What is going on with Gemini? The last of the air signs. We've done fire signs. We've done all the air signs. What is going on with Gemini during this season of their life? I'm so curious. I'm so excited to read into Geminis. Geminis are tricky too. They're like Libra. They can be on and off too with things. The Sun. So it's going to be happy. It's going to be positive. It's going to be more of a good time. I hear still challenging nonetheless, but it's going to be the breakthrough you've been looking for, because I feel like Gemini just hasn't had that break in a long time. They have, but they haven't. Like half and half, you know, like half and half milk. It's like that, like half cream, half sugar, like half, like half good, half too much, a little too much or something. Yes, there is such thing as too much light, too much positivity, too much anything, right? I know you're like, are you crazy? I could never have too much positivity. You would be bored if your whole life was rainbow, sunshine, unicorns, and flowers all the time, every day, repeating every single day. There's a reason the angels descended from heaven, so they can experience the polarity, right? They got bored, okay? How could angels get bored? Angels are not the highest dimensional beings, by the way. They're actually pretty low compared to other dimensions. Anyway, stuff they don't teach you in Bible school. Four of Wands. So I definitely see that this is a joyous, like rejoice. I almost feel like you gather people in ceremony to just celebrate life. Like celebrate our limited time here. You know, look at this. I mean, this is all just so happy, so freeing. It's like something opens up for you. I feel like Gemini, I hear, is one of the first to shift, truly. I hear one of the first to truly get what this 5D is all about. Truly to go back home to the light where they belong, right? No, it doesn't show up passing away, but it almost shows like if someone did, you would celebrate their life, not mourn it. Because it's such a rejoice energy. The Chariot. Yeah, you choose. This is you taking the reins of your own life, taking charge. See the Merkaba they're sitting on? Taking charge of what direction you want to go now. It's no longer others, higher corporate entities deciding how you live. You know, you are going to decide how you live moving on. Okay? So, whatever makes you happy and brings you a lot of joy. I also hear the old, like, chaotic energy, disruptive energy is going to stop. It's going to die down. You're no longer going to feel or experience the heavy weight of those things. Beautiful. Okay, short, sweet, simple. Gemini. Beautiful. Let's do Earth signs. I'm going to do Taurus. I just want to read Taurus because now you just left Uranus and Taurus. What's going on with Taurus? What did this teach you? What did this show you? What was this all about? What the hell was the last 7 years anyway? What the hell was that? Everyone's looking back and saying, what the hell was that? You know, nothing made sense, but everything made sense at the same time. Strength. Yeah, you grew stronger, my loves, okay? You are literally, you grew in importance. You became more important to people's lives. You made an impact that you never could have if you didn't go through the last 7 years of your life, okay? You made such a difference in yourself and in people's lives around you. You don't even know or understand how much of a difference you made. Taurus was the boss in the last 7 years. Your time is up, though. Your time is up, though, right? Someone else has to be the boss right now. The Hermit. Now is time for you to take a step back, step down. Maybe retire from your job position, especially if you're in a higher position. 6 figures is like nothing nowadays. Let's say 200K, 300K and up a year, right? I'm talking those positions, not 100K. 100K is like, it almost seems average at this point because of inflation, but it's a lot of money. Look, it's a lot to me too. But it's not like a lot, you know? It's just comfortable. So I'm talking 250, 300,000 and up a year. Those people, it's time to step down. It's time to step down. I don't know why. You might think, are you crazy? I'm not saying step down right away. Give it a year or two. Give it maybe 3 years tops. You're going to be asked to take a step aside. I'm going to be honest with you. I hear brain issue, dementia. Unfortunately, I hear like something with like a genetic, like early onset. Like people in their 45 to 55 age group should be concerned here. There might be something there where it's like, it's not clicking anymore. For some, my goodness. But I also hear brain. Something with a brain disease. I don't know why I'm hearing that. But, I don't know why I'm hearing enigma or a growth or something. I don't know what enigma means. But, I'm definitely getting like, okay, it's time to step down. This could be a leader. This could be a leader. There's a growth in their brain right now. Oh my gosh. It may be time for a leader to step down because of a growth in their brain. It feels like two nations. It feels like the US and one other nation. But it's a non-speaking nation. Non-English speaking, mostly, nation. They can speak English, but they're mostly speaking other language. And it feels like one of the major ones. Like, big equal population to like UK. Like it could be Sri Lanka, it could be, I don't know. Not that. It's a more developed maybe, but it feels like I'm seeing someone with like dirty blonde hair, a male. I hear like, I'm getting 38. I don't know if that's their age or their grandfather or great-grandfather was born in 1938. I'm getting something along those lines all of a sudden. But anyways, this could be you watching. Maybe there's somebody in that age group. And be mindful. Get your brain scanned. There's something there with Taurus. I'm hearing Taurus rising specifically, who has these traits, characteristics, features, especially Page of Swords And I'm seeing like between long and short hair, it's like a medium like length, like could be like not too long, but kind of like between. So I'm getting this energy of it's a little scary for Taurus to start something new, but they're going to have to. If you haven't learned anything from these last 7 years, it was trying to show you that there is something new coming for you, okay? And your life has maybe been a little stagnant or stuck lately, and you're gonna just about to be unglued right now, okay? Just about to come undone. But be careful with your mind, again, the mental health. I don't want you to come undone in a like mental health way. Just hold your power, keep your peace, protect your peace, and I feel like this energy of keeping things to yourself, keeping private, low-key, down low, will still continue in this 7-year cycle, because you've learned by saying too much, you cause a lot of destruction. So you'd rather just keep to yourself. You might make extreme plans, like you might move across the country or the world and not tell anybody until you do. You might sell your house, not tell anybody until you've unpacked the last box. So that's going to stay with you, Taurus. Virgo. Let's go, Virgo. What is going on with Virgo for Uranus and Gemini? What is happening with the zodiac sign of Virgo and Uranus and Gemini? Okay. That's my sign, so I'm curious to see. The Magician. We are the Magicians, aren't we fabulous? We make ish happen. We make everything happen. Even if we think, oh, we'll never figure this out. We do. We just are the magicians of the zodiac. Period. So that energy will continue. Short, sweet, simple. The Lovers. I see a lot of new love. I don't know why I get this energy. It makes me a little nervous because I saw that recently for my zodiac sign too. I'm like, new love. Okay, it may not make sense, but it's like maybe a new, more refined way of loving the person you're already with. Again, a lot. If this is going to be accelerated change, more so than the last 7 years, hey, keep an open mind, right? You never know what life brings. But even though part of us can be in denial sometimes, right? So I'm getting new love for a lot of Virgos. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of Virgos. Someone that it's like, again, a refined love. I keep hearing refined, new love. Fine-tuned to exactly who you want to be with and what in that person you want, the qualities you want in that person. This is something you've been hoping, dreaming, expecting for a long time. It's that Nine of Wands. My oh my. Virgo maintains their mystery. They're doing the work without saying much. All right. It seems like the earth signs are not really talking much during this time. They're just doing. I think it's because there's so much of this air energy. They need to do something to ground themselves. They're all about the earth, the planet. So they are just kind of not trying to get so caught up and carried away with these crazy intense energies. They need to do a lot of things like hobbies or sports to kind of help ground them. You know, building things, you know, moving heavy rocks, maybe even working hard labor, okay? I feel like that could become more popular again because of so much of this light energy frequency. People are going to feel that drawing pull to do something that helps ground them, almost like stagnate them on purpose, just so they can feel something. You know, it's like, but be careful with, you know, substance use, like, you know, be careful grounding that way, because that's not going to make anything better for you, okay? I feel like Virgos want to numb the pain. They want to drown out the sorrow of just the existential dread of living. It's a Virgo thing. You don't understand unless you are. But they sort of, that's why they always have like that, like sour, bitter face, you know, or people think they don't like them or something like that. Or yeah, it's just because we just tired, honey. We're tired of being here dealing with people's crap. But anyway, so we are just like that, like literally so done with bull. So I think we choose silence, we choose peace, but also we choose not to tell anybody if we like literally just built a house in another country because F you, because I can. You know, it's almost like that attitude. And I think that could draw your magic out, and that could draw maybe that new love in your life. Maybe you meet them in a foreign, faraway place. This almost feels like that. It's like long distance, but then you want to live with them and spend the rest of your years with them, even if you're out in the middle of the jungles of God knows where you decide to end up moving to. So Virgo kind of is like extreme during this period of time because F you, I can. Like that kind of energy. It's hard to explain. Okay. Like I'm not going to be boxed and confined to your standards of how you think I should live my life. That's kind of how Virgo's acting. Okay, so Capricorn, right? Capricorn. So what is going on the next 7 years with Capricorn? Uranus and Gemini. They're 2033. That's a long time. Like 2018 feels like a far away. 2033 feels like far away too. But not really. It feels close at the same time in a weird way. I don't know. It's hard to process or fathom what could unfold. There's another spacecraft. 2 of Cups. Oh, just 2 friends having a good blast. They dyed their hair rainbow and look at them. They're looking at their pets. There's a dog and a bird. Reminds me of my life. Right? This is me in one damn tarot card. Just spending time with a friend. Spaceship above us. Our freaking guide watching over us. And there's our dog and bird. Having a drink, but non-alcoholic because GERD. You know, like, just having a good damn time. This is Capricorn. They're gonna be like, like, just in a giggly mood. Just like, F it. Just having fun for once. Not taking things so damn serious all the time, like Capricorn always does. I love Capricorn, but my gosh, they can weigh you down with some The negativity of a Capricorn it never ceases to amaze me. But it doesn't stop them from moving forward. There's a difference. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, but this will change. I think they're going to be more lighter, more positive, more fun, more easygoing, less pessimistic. So that's beautiful. King of Discs. What a beautiful card. This is the Pleiadian energy. And there's the Bull, the Taurus. There's something with maybe Taurus, but I also hear Libra. I also hear Aquarius, believe it or not. Yeah. With Capricorn. There's going to be maybe a friend group or, you know, there's going to be... The Capricorn loves to socialize. They're always with somebody. They're always talking to somebody with friends or... But they're more like, it's more people reach out to them. They don't really reach out to people like that. So I get sort of this energy of, like they're quietly earning a lot. Like I feel like they're going to be the biggest money makers of this time. I feel like something they planted the seeds or invested in even like 20 years ago is finally going to grow. And it's just, they won't even have to really work. I think that's why they're going to be so happy. You know, money makes the Capricorn happy. And it's because it gives them the life they want. You know, they're not afraid to use it to build the resources around them that they want to see. But they're not hesitant to quickly destroy it either, you know. Cause it to crumble down and rebuild, you know. But Capricorn, I see during this time, it's how it's going to change you is you're going to be a mix of both. I feel like you're going to be like a mix of like, you're going to have maybe 2, 3, 4 years of the same old, and then you're like, let me rebuild and destroy the old, or let me rebuild to something new. This can show up in many ways, and it's not literally destroying and rebuilding physically. It's just, it can be an ideology. It more feels like that. Like, let me destroy my old way of thinking. Let me rebuild this to something where I can view this in a different light. And that's because of the insight and awareness you gain, the perspective you gain from others through your social interactions. It's going to be deep. It's going to be like even sometimes you cry with them. And something you heal or let out or release you haven't been able to in a long period of time. I'm hearing 15, 20 years. Something you just... finally you can let that old stuff go. Okay. Beautiful. So let's look at Scorpio. Water signs now. Scorpio for Uranus and Gemini. What's happening with Scorpio? Scorpio children of light. We have the Four of Cups. So they're just going to be like low-key, chill, laid back. I think they're going to be kind of deep in their feels. They're still going to be reflecting a lot. They're still going to be processing a lot of things. I think they're going to be excited for the future. They're the ones who are going to be innovative, like Aries. They're going to be the ones who are like, let me try this. Let me do this first, right? So they're going to continue to prosper and thrive and succeed. Like Aries, like Capricorn, like Gemini. They're going to be the ones who are also going to be like, yeah, let's have fun. Let's get a friend group and travel somewhere together. Let's, But Scorpio, you have to be careful. Because I see a lot of resting for you. And there's a disabled woman there in the wheelchair, and she's resting there as well. So I'm getting something in the spirit of like, you might hurt yourself beyond repair. So be careful. If you have too much fun, too much to drink, and you slip and fall in a pool, God forbid, like you hurt your neck or your shoulder, your arm, you break it or something. Your leg. I'm hearing more leg. And maybe wrist. I'm hearing head as well. So be careful with those head, neck injuries, limb injuries. Be careful when boarding planes, I hear, believe it or not. Escalators, something with a moving stairwell. Airports that have moving walkways, stuff like that. Even elevators. Because sometimes you have to step up into an elevator to get into it, and it moves. So anything we have to step into and it moves, like a platform that gets on a plane, like that, and your leg and your hip, be careful there. Okay, I'm hearing that. Okay, what's the final card? Queen of Discs. Yeah, a lot of sitting, immobility. God forbid, I hope nobody ever gets permanently injured, but this looks like even if you heal and recover, it's like something doesn't ever end up the same, or it's not for everybody, but or someone you have to end up caretaking for because they did, in your close proximity, and you live together, and now you have to help them get around and stuff. So Scorpios may have to deal with something that they have never had to deal with before, and I feel like they're chill about it, they're lax about it, they can handle it, and this is why they have to go through it. Everything has a lesson, right? But again, just like with Gemini, everything is quick and unpredictable. It's up and down. It's like the scales of Libra, right? It's very similar. It's like a twin energy. One day this, one day that. So Scorpio is really going to feel the intensity of that energy, I feel. And so, they have to ground themselves. They have to meditate more. And I think because sometimes, I'm going to be honest with you, right? Again, if I've mentioned this earlier in the reading. I don't know if you heard based on the Zodiac sign you're listening to, but I mentioned Dolores Cannon. A lot of times in her work that she's done on clients, she's seen that people who become disabled, even permanently or born that way, is so they can learn different lessons. Like, they had to be learn to be more patient, more grounded, more still. Because in the last life, they were doing too much, right? Not always, but, this reminds me of that. Like, you were maybe doing too much, Scorpio, too active, and now you have to be still. You have to be kind of tempered, calm, relaxed, okay? So, but other than that, I like to end on a positive note. You're going to be in good company. You're going to get a lot of rest, at least, even if it means you might have to be out of work for some time to recover. I don't know if I hear operation or surgery. I just sort of hear recovery. I don't think it's as bad as it's like needing operation. I don't know. I don't know if it will get there, or maybe you just refuse to get there, okay? You just rather heal on your own, because again, there's something naturopathic about this coming age. It's like less reliability on the medicinal, more reliability on the naturopathy, or apothecaries, are going to be a thing more with time. Herbs, potions, remedies of old. So you start to maybe learn more about those things as a Scorpio. Moving on, Cancer. Cancer zodiac sign for Uranus and Gemini next 7 years through 2033. Now till 2033, what is happening with the zodiac sign of Cancer? Judgment. So you're your own worst enemy, Cancer. You are not necessarily, you're like pessimistic, but to yourself. You're always self-depreciating. You don't realize your own worth and value and how much power you have if you channel it the right way. So I think this is a time for you to realize how low you have put yourself. You've beat yourself down into nothing. Now, nobody knows what you've done. Nobody knows what you've created. You feel maybe all this time and you've saved no money, all this time and effort, and you've done nothing with your life. You feel that way. It's not fact, though, right? It's the devil, the worst enemy, the liar in your head is your own self-critic. The world. You mean the world to people. You are the world. You contribute a huge essence to this earth, even though it's subtle. People don't pick up on what you put out. Sometimes people don't pick up what you put down. And now they will. They will see how much you have done in the last 7 years. So whatever work you have been putting out there is going to be seen as such a huge accomplishment. So yeah. The Fool. Yeah, and this will start your new path. Okay, so Cancer, you're going to have great success, and this will allow you to be free. These are all major arcana cards as well, so you're going to continue to be deep in your fields. I think Cancer definitely has had just a lot to process, a lot to overcome emotionally, but this is you doing that without being in your shell anymore. You're going to actually step out and admit, this is how I've been feeling the whole time. This is what I've been going through the whole time. You've been quiet. You've been silent like a mouse because you're afraid of getting hurt. You're afraid of hurting yourself or disappointing yourself again. You're afraid of failing again. But not in the next 7 years. You're going to actually step out, be free, and do your own thing without fear of judgment. Okay? So, beautiful. You're going to make a huge impact in this world. I don't know what you'll do, Cancer, but you're going to make a definite huge impact. Final card is Pisces. Let's go on with Pisces now. Water sign Pisces. Next 7 years through 2033 for Uranus and Gemini. What does Pisces need to know about this cycle? This is a very interesting, unexpected messages. Six of Wands. So deciding, managing, getting in a higher role, higher job position. If you were a manager, now you're a supervisor. or general manager, right? Like you are even higher than that. I just see the higher role. Maybe you take charge of the whole building, right? So you are definitely working your magic like a Virgo would. I do see that. There's something with Pisces and Virgo. I'm feeling in the spirit lately that's like they're going to make a great team for some reason. In terms of business, maybe something involving funds, Five of Wands. Yeah, you're able to connect the dots when others panic. You're able to make calm, rational sense because of all that you have been through in the last few months, but also a couple years. And they're going to be like, Pisces, how are you able to remain so calm when it feels like everything is going into chaos and disruption? Specifically, like, let's say, stocks plummet, the people think the business is failing, and you're like, let's try this strategy, let's try this approach, let's see if this saves our business. And it does, because you remained calm and you thought rationally for once, right? Instead of just acting out of your emotions like Pisces tends to do. It's just a Pisces thing, no judgment there. But Two of Wands, yeah, you're able to see the bigger picture now. You're able to zoom out and say like, aha, this is how we should have done things all this time. And this is why they're going to trust you. They're going to entrust you into this higher role. Okay? So this also can involve family members who maybe had a lack of trust toward you before for certain things, especially if you acted rationally in certain ways with them, or involving inheritance or finance. Like I said, there's something with investment, inheritance, finance, and the spirit with Pisces I'm picking up on lately. And there's like a roadmap. See, like just with this, she's holding the map. They're planning their future, but now they're doing so rationally, not emotionally. And that's maybe the Virgo influences them in some way, because Virgo is the calm, grounded mindset. Pisces maybe not so much, because they're a mix of all the signs. So they sort of are experiencing everything at once, and that can be overwhelming to their system. And that's why they need someone like a Virgo who's more grounded and level-headed, especially in finance, so that can help guide them. So maybe your boss is a Virgo, and they help guide you to point in the right direction, right? And then you work side by side, elbow to elbow with them to get this place of employment help that they need, okay? But you're definitely going to have to work with people. You're definitely going to have to work with a group of people. You're definitely going to have to manage them, and that's going to be a huge part of your role in your career, in family and in career, for the next 7 years. Thank you. God bless you guys. 20% off Tony2. The coupon code Tony2, Tony2, Tony, the number 2, all one word, Tony2. For 20% off all of my services on Bomboni.com, just like my name spells out, Tony, Bomboni.com. All one word, Bomboni.com. Okay, for your own personal tarot card readings. I love you all so much. Make sure you bookmark my website, and I always forget to say that. Make sure you bookmark my website, okay? So you don't have to keep going back, spelling it out, or typing in Google search, or going back and my videos and clicking the link. Bookmark my webpage. Get to my home webpage right now. Click the link. Bookmark it. Save it in your bookmark so you don't lose it, okay? All right, guys. It's so important. Okay, I don't think you realize how important my website is. It really is so important. It's everything, literally. Okay, so thank you. I can't do these videos without the website, literally. I don't think you understand. Okay, so I ended up not having to use the manual, but I'm going to flip through one random page. One message you guys need to know. 7 of Cups. It says the 7 of Cups is here to remind you to ground your manifestations into reality. Again, it's about grounding, because we're going to be in such an airy energy. Nothing's going to make sense anymore moving forward. So ground it into reality. You might want all kinds of things, and they look amazing, but are you really going to do the work to make them happen? Don't get distracted by too many projects. I know I saw something about projects in the beginning of this reading. Instead, focus on one thing and see it through. You can save the rest for later, so just keep all of it in your notes and come back to the rest when you're ready. So, definitely, like, I see a lot going on, a lot happening, but just focus. Focusing on one thing at a time is a mindfulness practice, but also a grounding practice as well. The star guide's message for you. In this specific card deck, every card has a star guide message upright and reverse message, and what they call retrograde message, and a star mantra, which is like a positive affirmation. So I'll read both as well. It says for this message, the 3D world is filled with illusions and distractions. It can be easy to get caught up in the shiny object syndrome, quote unquote, which distracts from the path you are truly meant to be on, right? Just like money, right? It's not everything. Clearly in this reading, I didn't see much about money for a reason. It's not going to mean anything past 2033. It's just not. It's not going to be long before that. But by the time 2034 comes, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, it really isn't anything. My life has changed so much now. I don't really value money the same way anymore. It doesn't mean much anymore. And what do you think is going to happen to this world when it doesn't mean much to the whole population? Of course it's going to fall apart. Be mindful of where you focus your attention and energy, starseed. Okay? So here's the mantra, the star mantra, that positive affirmation. You can repeat this out loud. I like to say it out loud a couple times to myself. I am focused and dedicated to manifesting my dreams into reality, one thing at a time. That's so beautiful. I'll say it again. I am focused and dedicated to manifesting my dreams into reality, one thing at a time, one step at a time. Things will come into fruition. So whatever you're trying to set the intention to manifest, do it now. I'm telling you, start Saturday afternoon. I intend the next 7 years to be this way, right? We don't have to always take card readings so literally, right? They're just guidance and message based on your energy output now. You have the power to change the course and the path of your life based on what you decide to do moving forward. So I thank you so much. I love these cards so much. My new favorite. I'm going to decide to start doing your tarot card readings on TonyBomboni.com with these new tarot cards. At any time, anyone of my poopsies can request, of course, certainly, so I can do it. If you like or prefer another card deck, I can use that one instead. Or a mix of that one and this one, who knows. Whatever you want, it's your paid reading, so I'll accommodate for you and fulfill your request. So I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for joining me today.